Good morning, guys. Time for another quickie itch.io game. This is Square One, a demo game. You can find the link to it in the bottom in the description if you'd like to experience it for yourself. Definitely go support the creators any time you can.
And they do lesbian?
I don't know, probably. Since Caitlin Price has never been able to walk away from someone in trouble, even when her impulsive acts of kindness come at a cost. Perhaps that's why when she notices a strange girl about to leap toward the train tracks, she can't stop herself from intervening. Now that's directly from the description of the creator on the page. So we'll go forward and see where we get with that. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever get used to the metro. The grating and whirring of the trains, the mixed scents of cigarettes, sweat, and 30 different types of perfume. Most of all, I don't think I'll ever get used to the people. One looks at another, no one talks either, save for the occasional phone call. Faceless figures shuffle in and out of the trains, always needing to be somewhere and always needing to be there before me. At first, I thought it was a very exciting place. Now, I think it's a very lonely place. Oh, we gotta check. Oh, should we do the Mickey Mouse one?
How can a place be filled with so many people and feel so empty?
I'm late coming home and the rush is halfway subsided. Nice at least to be able to walk without brushing unfamiliar shoulders. My bags feel kind of heavy in my hand. I switch them over to my left, hoping to alleviate the strain. It helps a little, I suppose. I make a silent prayer to whoever's listening.
Please let me get a seat so I can set these down.
Time passes at a snail's pace when you're waiting for the train. It's a universal truth. Not knowing what else to do, I glance around the station. The crowd is thin enough that I can pick out individual people for once. Near the bench, there's a tall woman in khakis trying to soothe her crying boy.
Maybe he's scared of trains.
To my left, I see a few different people, none of whom really stand out. To my right, a gray-haired man is doing what looks like a crossword puzzle, completely ignoring everyone around him. It's the impression that he's been taking the metro for so long that he doesn't even need to read the signs. Near the old man, an attractive couple are holding hands while waiting for the train. It's both adorable and disgustingly cheesy at the same time. I shift my bags to my right hand.
Come on.
I can't help but tap my fingers against my leg impatiently. When I glance back around, I notice something out of place. A strange figure is standing motionlessly at the edge of the platform. It looks like a girl, but I can't really see her face. The toes of her chic black boots are lined up perfectly with the edge of the yellow line.
Is she crazy? Why would she stand there? That's pretty dangerous.
I feel compelled to examine her closer. Not wanting to invade her personal space, I do my best to approach casually. Now that I'm somewhat next to her, I can see her face more clearly. I'm a bit envious of her hair. I gave up trying to curl my pin-straight locks a while ago. Every muscle in her body is tense. Her eyes are focused firmly on the ground, so all I can see are her long, damp eyelashes. I inch closer. I have no idea why, but I do. She doesn't appear to notice me. I watch quickly, becoming worried, as she lifts up her left foot for a second before putting it back down again. This feels wrong. My gut twists in a nervous way the longer I look at her.
Now arriving, please stand behind the yellow line until the train has come to a complete stop.
I'm so focused on the girl that the recorded voice startles me. A revelation flashes through my mind as I see the train come into distant view. Oh shit. Please tell me she isn't going to jump. I turn toward her, my alarm growing as she balls her fists and lifts her foot again. I have no time to think and no reason to get involved, but I do it anyway. No, don't. I dash to her side, yanking her left arm and pulling her backward forcefully. She is so shocked that she doesn't make any immediate effort to resist me. We topple over haphazardly, landing on the stone floor. My groceries crunch under us painfully. The chips must be smashed for sure, but it's stupid to worry about that right now. Our bodies are touching awkwardly, and I notice the faint aroma of vanilla and bergamot. What the fuck's bergamot? Citrus, Bergamia. The bergamot orange is a fragrant citrus fruit the size of an orange with a yellow or green color similar to a lime, depending on the ripeness. Oh, okay. That's cool. So vanilla and orange. That sounds very pleasant. Before I try to stand up, the girl glares at me accusingly between heavy pants. Her gaze feels like violet fire, but her face is wet with tears. Whoa. Her eyes are purple. Really purple. Are those contacts? Only now do I remember that I'm still grabbing onto her thin arm. She seems to realize it too, because she rips it free of my grasp and stands up quick as lightning. Why? Why did you stop me? The girl's voice is both indignant and mournful at the same time. Her body wilts like a flower, her silky hair falling forward as she looks down with intense despair. I'm not sure how to answer her question. Did I stop her because I cared? Was it just an impulse? Maybe I just didn't want to see someone die. I don't know. She doesn't wait for me to speak. More fresh tears well up in her eyes before she turns and runs away from me. Wait. My calls are in vain. She doesn't even miss a step, quickly disappearing out of my view. A few people are staring at me with shock and confusion. I suppose that to them it looks like I just assaulted a stranger for no reason. As I right myself and stand back up, I realize that the train doors have already closed. You've gotta be kidding me. The train starts to pull away, and I resign myself to picking up the remains of my bags. After a moment, I notice it. The smartphone in a silver case is lying on the ground. Without a doubt, this must be hers. I guess it fell out of her jacket pocket. I bend down to pick it up, and my hip twinges painfully. This day is getting better by the minute. With my bags in one hand, I use the other hand to click the button on the phone. I don't know what I'm hoping for. A name, maybe. It doesn't matter in the end because the phone is locked with a passcode. There's no name on the lock screen either. Lacking another option, I tuck the phone into my purse and walk over to sit down on a bench. She'll come back looking for her phone. I know that I would. And so, with that rationalization in mind, I decide to wait for her. Excuse me. I'm an idiot. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I look up from browsing the web and peer once more around the station. She's not here. She wasn't here the last 10 times you looked either, stupid. How long have I been waiting? The cacophony has all but died down and a tense hush has blanketed the station. I glance back at my phone, 10:52 p.m. I've been here for over an hour now. Why haven't I left? I'm honestly not quite sure. Perhaps I feel guilty? Perhaps I want to help? Perhaps I want to see those entrancing eyes again. Cross my arms and lean back against the cold wooden bench, eyeing the grimy ceiling. The last train will be here soon. I'm out of time. She isn't coming. I've really gone and ruined this night for myself. I thought I knew better by now not to interfere in people's lives. Remember what happened last time, Caitlin? There's no one left in the station to watch me shake my head at myself in disgust. I gingerly pull the girl's phone out of my purse and turn the screen back on. I could try to guess her passcode, I suppose. Actually, never mind. I'm not very good at math, but even I know that there are like millions of possible combinations for a 4-digit code. The lock screen is really plain. I don't know what I was expecting, but she doesn't even have a picture on it. It makes me sad somehow. Just give it to the police. Just wash your hands of this already. That would be the smart thing to do. I stand up and do a little loop around the station, looking for a security booth or something. I don't actually know if there are any police around. Police are one of those things you never think about until you need them. Or until they want you. I shudder at the thought.
Now arriving, please stand behind the yellow line until the train has come to a complete stop.
There it is, the last train. Abandoning the police idea, I quickly stash the girl's phone and grab my groceries off the bench. Oh, wonderful. A slight stickiness is leaking through the bottom of one bag. It hits me. I've been sitting next to these bags so long that they've grown warm. There goes pretty much everything I bought now. Shit. Excuse me. I don't have time to mourn my melted ice cream. Steeling myself, I walk toward the train, pausing for only a second to look down at the yellow line. A mirage of that girl stares coldly at me as the train doors close. I just can't get her out of my mind. Who are you? Why did you... If nothing else, the empty train is a blessing. I end up securing a seat all by myself where I can put the grocery bags beside me. The silence in the train car would normally reassure me, but tonight it's just giving my thoughts room to whirl around. If I could just get her phone unlocked, I could call someone with it. Her parents, maybe. And tell them what? Oh, hi, my name is Caitlin. Your daughter tried to kill herself and I stole her phone. Her despair-filled face flashes through my mind again. I feel surprising tears prick at the corners of my eyes. Don't cry on the train. Don't cry on the train. Despite myself, I cry on the train. A few rogue tears slide down my face at the idea that had I not been there, the girl might be dead. I don't think I was wrong to stop her, even if she might hate me for it. Just like Brooke says, we all have times where we need someone to save us. My eyes wander toward the window as I brood over the night's events. Why am I getting this worked up over a stranger? Why am I like this? I feel a bit sick. When the train car begins to slow, I barely register it until the familiar recorded voice jolts me awake. Gathering my things in a fog, I step out of the car and onto the platform. Instinctively, I carefully step over the yellow line for reasons I don't comprehend. Time to go home and sleep. I'll figure out what to do later. The dorm is eerily still at this time of night, and I almost feel like a burglar when I sneak into my room. My eyes take a long moment to readjust when I flick the lamp on. For the first time since Nikki left, I miss having a roommate. The loneliness of my situation looms over me like a shadowy curtain. Get it together, Caitlin. Life goes on. Pep-talking myself is about as effective as could be expected. I slide off my shoes with a sigh and nudge them into the corner with my foot. I wonder what's salvageable. I open one bag and look inside. The wreckage glares back at me. The only real survivors appear to be my 2 cups of instant ramen. Ah, food for the soul. I'm glad I still have you at least. After rescuing the ramen cups out of the bag, I toss the refuse unceremoniously into the trash can nearby. The ramen ends up in my little pantry because I find myself surprisingly without appetite. As much as I tell myself that there's nothing more I can do, it feels as if the girl's phone weighs 200 pounds in my purse. I take it out and resist the temptation to look at the screen again before putting it face down on my desk. Tomorrow. This is a tomorrow Caitlin problem. She's got this. Checking my own phone briefly, I find nothing of significance has happened since I got off the train. I plug it into the charger next to my bed. My eyes wander one more time over to the silver phone. I'm sorry I can't charge both of you. I go through the motions as normal and flop onto the bed in my favorite pajamas, but sleep just won't come. Every time I close my eyes to sleep, I replay the night's events in Technicolor in my mind instead. Train tracks, purple eyes, vanilla and bergamot, streaming tears. I remember the helplessness I felt with Brooke 3 years ago, watching her get tinier and tinier, not knowing what to say when she stopped bringing even blueberries to lunch. I didn't give up on Brooke, and I won't give up on this girl. Opening my eyes, I whisper a promise into the darkness. I'm going to find you. Somehow. My hasty resolution made, I find myself finally drifting off to sleep. Sometime later, I am jolted awake by a non-existent threat. It's still dark. I don't know how long I was asleep, but it can't have been enough. I feel heavy and disoriented. Was I dreaming? I don't remember. Great. Shaking off my sleepiness enough to get my bearings, I fumbled around near the bed until my hands find a familiar object, my phone. I click the lock screen, only to cringe reflexively when the screen light blinds me temporarily. What time is it? The clock shines back at me, 1:21 a.m. The reasonable part of my body wants to go back to bed, but I'm restless. The room feels lonelier than usual tonight. What am I supposed to do this late, though? I would call Brooke, but she'd sleep through her fire alarm. Suddenly an idea pops into my brain. I know who to call. Andrew. I haven't talked in a while anyway, and he's a super night owl. He'll be awake for sure. I flick through my favorites list and tap Andrew Bryant. It only rings one time before a smarmy voice resonates in my ear. Oh, look who it is. Is this some kind of interstate booty call? You're shameless. That wasn't a no. No, this isn't a booty call. Shame. Bye then. Damn this guy for being both charming and infuriating at the same time. I miss him. You're not gonna hang up on me. Nah, guess I have some time. What are you doing awake at this godforsaken hour? I giggle a little to myself at the absurdity of Andrew worrying about my sleep schedule. Andrew, the guy who was often still awake when the sun comes up. I just had a bad night and wanted to talk. Is that cool? Sure. You know, I just like to tease you. Take a deep breath and ponder what to say next. How do I even begin? Okay, so, tonight, I was taking the metro back to campus and I met this girl. Ha! Was it love at first sight? Andrew's cracking up at his own joke. I blush a little, but I can't let him derail this conversation. Not at all. It was not like that. Andrew, she tried to jump in front of the train. Shit. His laughter catches in his throat and dies there. The emptiness is crushing and neither of us knows when to speak again. Is she okay? His words are hesitant. Yeah, I grabbed her before she did, thankfully. You grabbed her? Ooh, Caitlin. You always were the hero type. I bristle for a moment, but Andrew continues without hostility. I'm sorry that happened. You did a good thing. I hope so. She wasn't very thankful. Actually, she seemed disappointed. Well, I don't know anything about her, so... Andrew's voice trails off. I can practically hear him frowning through the phone, picking his words carefully. She might not be thankful right now, but that's okay. What did you do after? Call the cops? That's what I should have done. I just couldn't think straight in the moment. Well, she ran away before I could do anything. I feel pathetic for not doing more. Andrew, for once, isn't joking around with me. I wanted to chase after her, but she was too fast. To make things worse, she dropped her phone when we fell. Her phone? What did you do with it? At first I waited to see if she'd come back, but she didn't. Then the last train came and I didn't know what else to do. You took it home, didn't you? He finishes my sentence with a knowing tone. I shake my head sheepishly, even though I know he can't see it. I did. I thought maybe I could use it to find her. It's locked though, and her name isn't on the lock screen or anything. Do you think you could grab it? Andrew's tone changes to one of cautious excitement. Yeah, I can. Why? Unplugging my phone, I take it with me as a light source and walk over to my desk. Okay, I've got it. I carefully pick up the girl's phone with my right hand and turn it on. What now? If you can unlock it, you can find out who she is, right? Yes, but... Maybe you've forgotten already, but I know a little something about cracking security. Andrew sounds like his smug self again now. Of course he would know what to do. Leave it to a cybersecurity major to be there conveniently when I need a phone hacked. Hacked? Are you crazy, Caitlin? Wait, are you gonna hack her phone? Might solve the mystery, but it would definitely be illegal. I'm not gonna do it. You are. Andrew sounds delighted. I wish I shared his enthusiasm. You're joking. I'm not, though. It's not that hard to bypass a lock screen, really. Maybe I should turn it into the police tomorrow after all. Andrew's tone becomes serious again. Yeah, you could do that. And after you do, it'll sit in some locker forever, unless she happens to come by to claim it. Is that okay by you? He's right. All the police will do is stick it in the lost and found. I shouldn't be doing any of this, but I was already involved, so as soon as I took the phone with me. Fine. Tell me what to do. Slowly. I can hear the grin on Andrew's face when he replies, "Atta girl." For what feels like an eternity, I cradle my phone against my shoulder and follow Andrew's instructions. I plug the girl's phone into my computer, following a long list of nonsensical steps under his careful guidance. It isn't as bad as expected, although he makes sure to tease me for my lack of computer savvy the whole way. Okay, that's it. Now, reboot it and the lock screen should be beautifully passcode free. Andrew's smug satisfaction is almost cat-like. I hope this works. Shit, I hope she doesn't hate me for doing this. The screen finally flashes back on, playing a little jingle along with the Horizon logo. Horizon. Verizon. I see what you did there. After a moment, I see her plain old lock screen.
It says swipe to unlock now.
Hard to constrain my feelings of anxious delight. So friggin' do it! Did you get the cold feet or something? Holding my breath, I swipe my index finger across the screen. A clicking sound plays and the display changes to reveal the home screen. Her background, much unlike the dreary lock screen, is a breathtakingly beautiful picture of a night sky filled with pink shimmers. Oh, it worked. I'm impressed at our handiwork. Most of the credit goes to Andrew, of course, but I'm proud nonetheless. Of course it worked. I told you it wasn't that hard. You could almost envision Andrew crossing his arms in cocky triumph. You were right. So, frozen in place with my forefinger poised above the screen, I find myself stuck on what to do next.
What now?
I mean, what should I do? Such a goof. Check her face box or something.
Sorry.
Andrew? For some reason I feel like it'd be wrong to just start digging through all of her private information, with him on the line especially.
Is it okay if I let you go? Not that I'm trying to get rid of you, but it just feels better to try to keep her stuff private.
Please, don't be offended. Instead of sounding offended, Andrew's tone softens. Good point. I don't want to know anyway. Real talk, though?
Sure.
I just feel like I should warn you. First, I'm not involved. Second, he clears his throat and pauses for a while, as if gathering his thoughts. I know I don't get to say in what you do with your life anymore. His words sound slightly pained. But you should know this could turn out really bad. You don't know anything about this girl. How do you know she's not going to flip the hell out on you for hacking her phone?
Andrew,
You're going to do it anyway. I know that. At least promise me you'll try to be safe. You always try to save everyone, Caitlin. I just think you should remember that some people don't want to be saved.
I get it. Sorry for worrying you. I'm not going to do something stupid like meet her in a back alley or something.
What if she doesn't want anything to do with me after I give this back? I heave a deep sigh at the thought.
If she takes her phone back and I never see her again, I won't stalk her or anything weird like that, okay? I'll let it go. But I have to try.
Okay. Holding you to it. Andrew seems a bit relieved. Night then.
Thanks again. Good night.
The line goes dead without a word. Even though Andrew and I mutually broke up, I get the feeling that he's still upset with me. Not that he'd ever tell me that. Way too late to revisit that now. I should focus on what's in front of me. Andrew will be okay. I unlock the girl's phone once more and take a closer look at its contents. She has all the usual apps, but that's about it. Facebox, Quibbler, ViewTube.
Holy shit. No way.
When I open her full menus, I see an unmistakably familiar icon, SEU Connect, complete with the St. Euphemia's logo. This girl is a student at St. Euphemia's.
Shit.
I panic for a moment. What fucked up twist is this that she goes to my school?
Breathe, Caitlin. This is a good thing. Probably.
I hesitantly tap the app icon, watching as the screen pops up. As if it were almost too easy, I immediately spot the information I'd been hoping for in the top left corner. Hello, Layla.
Layla. So your name is Layla.
The events of the night flicker once more through my tired mind.
Who are you, Layla? What pushed you into doing such an awful thing?
Her first name isn't enough. I need her last name, too. Intent on solving the mystery, I explore the app, hoping that her full name will be displayed somewhere. After a few more moments, I find my answer in the form of her class schedule.
Layla Madani. She's a junior. Older than me, then.
She's not in any of my classes, but I wasn't expecting that. That'd be a real stretch. I close the app with a relieved sigh. The first step of my mission completed.
Now what?
I'm no expert at this kind of thing. Guess I'll just have to look for her on campus tomorrow.
Yeah, campus is good. Lots of people just in case.
A wave of relief washes over me, and the tiredness I'd kept at bay envelops me all at once. The phone falls slack in my hand, resting on my chest. In a matter of moments, I'm powerless to keep my eyes from closing. A vibration on my chest startles me awake. What? My hands fumble groggily to investigate the source of the disturbance. Still says I'm streaming Dead Space? That's awesome. I mean, I believe it. This is a itch.io game, so... So it's not exactly on their list. Since I did it through Restream, it probably didn't work. My hands fumble groggily to investigate the source of the disturbance. It's my phone. I lift it up and hold it to my face. I mean, it doesn't matter, nobody's stopping by anyways. You know, it's a thing. Oh shit, this is my phone. This is that girl, Layla's phone. Snapping awake finally, I almost dropped the phone on my bumbling confusion. The events of last night come back to me slowly. Meanwhile, I noticed the notification light blinking away on Layla's phone. What do I do now? Forget it, I'm not going to read her messages. That's seriously not okay. Shake my head and lay her phone down on my nightstand, dresser, thing. But another long moment passes. Fuck it. I'm gonna read just the one. Maybe it's important. I make excuses to myself to excuse my unhealthy curiosity as I unlock the screen and open her Quibbler. I resist the urge to scroll down her contacts list, instead focusing on the conversation with new messages. What I find is bizarre to say the least. Srausha? What kind of name is that? Reading the chat history is even weirder. Can't ignore me. I don't want to have to get involved. Remember what happens if you don't follow our laws. Heard from your mother. What happened yesterday? Answer me. A chilly feeling trickles through me as I finish reading. Who the hell is this guy? Stalker? No. Seems to know her mother. Brother? Boyfriend? Also, what's this stuff about following our laws? It's gonna get into Sharia law or some shit, isn't it? It's gonna get weird. This makes absolutely no sense to me. There's absolutely no way to make it show exactly what I'm playing. Once in your life, Caitlin, leave it be. It takes me incredible force of will to put her phone back down, but I sensed that prying anymore would show me things I wasn't ready to know. It only hits me a moment later that it's already almost 10 a.m. Shit. Already missed pre-calc. What a tragedy. Won't sound too disappointed. At least that means I have no reason to hurry. Horticulture 2 isn't until 2 p.m. I'd never miss that class. Rubbing what's left of my sleepiness out of my eyes, I glance around the room. Put Layla's phone on the charger and sift through my dresser for something to wear. I don't get to choose, apparently. That sucks. Eventually, I make myself presentable. On a normal day, I would flat iron my hair and put on some actual makeup before class, but I have too much on my mind to waste the time. Right as I'm about to walk out the door, though, I realize I've forgotten something important. Oops, my violets. I quickly rush over and inspect the African violets. They're looking a little droopy. Sure enough, they have no water. So sorry, sweeties. Please forgive me. Sift through my supplies and grab the jug of purified water, using it to refill the water wells. Drink up, little guys. You'll feel better soon. With that taken care of, I do one last mental checklist of what I need. Layla's phone? Check. My own phone? Check. Student ID? Check. Balls of steel? Not exactly. Balls of steel. Labias of platinum! I'm a bit terrified of what's going to happen when I meet her. I'm doing this no matter what. I've already come this far. I inhale deeply, opening the door into the hallway with a shaking hand. The sunlight greets me harshly once more. Harshly once I make it outside, and in that moment I'm painfully aware of how little sleep I got last night. The grounds are quiet, as they normally are in the morning. I sneak Layla's phone out of my purse and start to form a plan of action. For all of my enthusiasm, I'm not entirely sure where to start. Would just asking around be suspicious? Probably. Okay, so you've got this app. You successfully hacked into her phone. You've got the app for the school open that shows her class schedule, so you go to her fucking class and see if she's there, and if not, find someone in the class that knows her, maybe give it to her teacher. There you go. Not that I can think of. Layla's a junior. That means I should probably ask other juniors. Well, no shit. It's easier said than done, truthfully. It's not like people will just have signs over their heads saying, I'm a junior. I suppose I could check her class schedule again, see if she has any classes today. Let's see. Thursdays? Physics. She's taking physics? Ouch. I'd die in that class. Layla has physics starting at 10:30 and ending at noon today. How lucky. I wonder if she'll even be there. Considering what she was about to do, I shake the dark thought from my mind. I have to hope so. Slipping her phone back into my purse, I look around for one of the map stands. I shouldn't have too much trouble finding her classroom. It's only 10:10 right now. If I hurry, I might find her before class starts. Pardon me, again. As always, all these talking games, man, I gotta find, like, something where I don't have to talk so much. Shit. I find myself power walking without really intending to. Two students glance at me oddly, but I don't care. Not a mission, guys. Making it outside the classroom at 10:17, only panting a little. Very good time, if I do say so myself. Cursory glance around doesn't reveal anyone that looks like Layla. Now that I'm trying to look for her, I realize I don't exactly have a firm grasp of what she looks like. Except for those crazy eyes, right? Taller than me, with black wavy hair, and those shockingly violet eyes. I'm not so sure if I could spot her from afar with that alone. Desperate, I pull her phone out again, hoping that she has some selfies on it. I flick through her image gallery with a twinge of guilt. I feel like a stalker. I'm a good guy here, right? I'm trying to be. Oh God, please don't have nudes on here. A sudden thought makes me blush crimson. I'm definitely not ready to see Layla naked. Bizarrely, she doesn't have any pictures of herself whatsoever, let alone nudes. Nothing. Not a single selfie or anything. What the hell? What kind of girl doesn't even take selfies? It's 10:22 now, and the students are milling about at the entrance to the classroom. Seems the teacher isn't here yet. I do my best to blend in. Everyone is much too absorbed in their own phones to care about what I'm doing, which is a relief. I keep flicking through her images, hoping to find something in her older pictures. Most of them are pictures of notes and textbook pages. Layla must be an extremely studious person. Her handwriting is so neat and elegant that I feel ashamed of my own bubbly mess. Besides the notes, there were a few pictures of around the school. The rest all seem to be of space. Actually, you know what? There are a shit ton of pictures of space on here. I keep scrolling past lots of different planets, galaxies, and even complicated charts and diagrams that I don't understand. I get it now. Based on her class schedule and these pictures, I'm willing to bet she's an astronomy major. Take a moment of joy in this secret knowledge, giggling to myself. Somehow I feel like I'm getting to know her through her phone. I'm so absorbed in looking through her phone that I don't notice someone has walked up close behind me. I only realize what's happening when I hear a soft gasp and the thud of a book hitting the ground. Whipping around to face the person behind me, I meet with a familiar pair of violet eyes. Dumbfounded, I don't even try to lock the phone or put it away. The color drains out of my face as I realize what situation I'm in. I finally found Layla, and she's been watching me look through her phone, giggling like a fucking creep. Yeah, that's super creep. Fantastic. What? What are you doing? Layla's voice is quiet but indignant. Yeah, that totally wasn't quiet or indignant, with her disgust plain in her tone. Shit. I'm at a loss for words again. The only thing I can think to utter is highly cliche. This isn't what it looks like. God, Caitlin, even I don't believe you. What I mean is, you dropped your phone at the metro and I was worried about you. And I wanted to make sure you were okay, but I didn't know how, so I used your phone to find you. But I promise I don't have any bad intentions, really. Stop talking. Just stop. I know they're all going to sound the same. Layla shakes her head, continuing to pierce me with that awful glare. Tears well up in my eyes. No, it's not the time to cry, Caitlin. God, why do I cry so much? I'm not a kid anymore. I guess she notices my tears because her face softens marginally.
come over here. You're making a scene. Okay. They're all going to sound the same. I wipe my tears and follow her without a word, clasping her phone with white knuckles. As she leads me to a hallway corner, I notice beads of sweat on her forehead. She looks tense, almost afraid. Of course, Caitlin, she's afraid of you. Duh. That thought cuts my heart open. I've really fucked this up. I had an explanation ready in my mind and everything. You're that girl from last night. Yes, my name is Caitlin. Damn the girl voices, I can't do them. Like she can't be like, oh my god. Hold on. Honestly, I don't care what your name is. I want to know why you stole my phone and followed me to school. I didn't steal it, you dropped it. I'm gonna yell those words in my defense, but there's no point. Did Srosha put you up to this? He wouldn't normally involve others, but he's been really coming down hard on me lately, so I don't know anymore. My voice is a low, intimidating whisper. Srosha again. I take a deep breath and focus on my answer, knowing how important it is that I choose my words correctly now. I promise 100% that nobody put me up to anything. I don't know who Srosha is. I know you've got no reason whatsoever to believe me, but despite her narrowed eyes, she seems to accept my answer. Why are you here? Don't give me this malarkey about being worried about me. It takes every ounce of my self-control to not giggle at the fact that she actually just said malarkey out loud. Laughing right now would be disastrous, even if that was completely adorable. Despite the humorous choice of words, I find it tragic to hear that she doesn't believe anyone would simply worry about her. I really was worried about you. I swear it. I mean, you tried to kill yourself right in front of me. I do my best to keep my voice down too, because I don't want to shame her like that in front of other people. She flinches, not saying a word. I watch her gaze slide downward to her feet. That doesn't have anything to do with you. You don't know anything. Her eyes are stormy instead of angry now. My knuckles refuse to unclench, but I try to even my tone. Somehow, I need to turn this around. Just be honest. I'm not trying to pretend that I know what's going on, watching you, I couldn't bear to let you do it. Why? I mean nothing to you. I could be the biggest scumbag you've ever met. She's right, but I refuse to believe her. It wasn't the most appropriate way to get to know someone, but I can't think she's a bad person based on what I saw on her phone. I didn't stop you because of some snap judgment of your moral value. I stopped you because no one should die that way. You deserve a chance to turn whatever you're fighting around. Tears again. I'm a crybaby and I know it. I can't stop. She reminds me too much of Brooke. All I can do is say the things I wished I could say to Brooke back then. It's so naive it hurts. You'd really go this far for a stranger? She snorts, but I get a defeated feeling from her voice rather than a pompous one. It's like she's resigned herself to pushing me away. Strangers, huh? It strikes me that I really don't talk to other students very much. I can't even recall the last time I casually chatted with other girls on campus. I just don't see the point. How did I become so isolated? Look, I know this sounds bad, but you already saw me, so there's no point hiding it. I take another breath, steeling myself. This is taking much more bravery than I realized. I couldn't unlock your phone, and I thought if I gave it to the police, they wouldn't be able to either. Once I got it unlocked, I realized you were a student here too. You hacked my phone. She mutters this without much emotion. It appears that she's both impressed and stunned. I sigh. It's going to come up eventually. I did. I'm sorry. I did it hoping to find you. And when you came up, I was looking through your pictures, hoping to find a photo of you so I could talk to you. That's it. That's the truth. She isn't saying a thing. Her silence frightens me, and for a second I don't know what to do next. If you want, I'll go away. I was always going to give you your phone back either way. I reach out and gently push her phone into her right hand. Our skin brushes lightly, and she recoils like my fingers are on fire. Don't touch me! She shouts at me before gasping and turning her face away from a student who looks our way with concern. Good job, Caitlin. You're really winning her over.
You truly don't know anything, do you? Wish I knew what to say to make her trust me. I shake my head. I get the feeling I should let her talk. I believe you. Don't know why, but I do. I forgive you for hacking my phone. That's it. I'm not going to repay you for being my hero or anything like that, okay? Okay, this is a little better. Huh. I didn't want anything from you. I was just hoping... So you do want something. Typical. She cuts me off icily. No, I was just hoping that maybe we could talk. I don't even want to keep doing this. It's damn painful. She doesn't want to have anything to do with me. That's brutally obvious. But Brooke didn't want my help either for the longest time. You want to talk? About what? Not anything specific. I just thought that you might need someone to talk to. Maybe I'm being pushy. Sorry. It's my turn to be shocked when she starts to cry in perfect silence. She doesn't sob or anything. The tears just fall down and she shivers. It's like she doesn't think she has the right to let her feelings be heard. Why are you being so nice? I was cruel to you. And you don't even know me. She chokes on her words a little. I shift my weight uncomfortably, painfully aware of how close we are. The scent of her tears is mixed with that same familiar aroma of vanilla and bergamot. I'm probably saying that word wrong. Must be her perfume. Students passing by occasionally give us side glances, but no one says anything. Perhaps they just can't be bothered, or maybe Layla really is as disliked as she implies. You have every right not to trust me, I mean truthfully. I even kind of felt like a creeper. I asked myself, why am I doing this? It's cheesy, but you remind me of someone I care about a lot. Someone who also went through some really rough times. She didn't want to talk about it. She didn't want my help until things got really bad. I'm pouring my heart out in the middle of a hallway. Words are just flowing out like I'm powerless to stop them. Perhaps they just can't be bothered. Wait, no, wrong button. Layla is watching me closely, listening with a guarded gaze. She rubs at her face guiltily, trying to wipe away the tears as they come. We're both crying. We must look ridiculous. But eventually, after I kept pushing her, we talked, and she got help. And she's not doing perfect, but she's alive. And happy, mostly. She didn't used to be happy. I'm not like that girl. I don't get to be happy. It's not possible for me. There's no help for me to get. There's no better future out there. You should pick someone else to save. She mumbles the last sentence like she already regrets saying it. Hearing her defeated confession is like a punch in the gut, but it reaffirms my stubborn resolution. That's not true. My heated voice is too loud, and I know it when Layla glances nervously around. I lower my voice again before continuing. Sorry, I just don't believe that. People can change. I'm not saying we can turn you into a ray of sunshine with 5 easy steps. Try to lighten the heavy mood with a joke. Corners of Layla's mouth turn up in a half smile, so I take that as success. Layla lets out an incredibly deep sigh, but she doesn't argue with me. You're too nice for your own good. You might even be delusional. She sighs again and wipes her tears, only halfway looking at me. I don't have friends. I don't hate people, the look on her face is undecipherable. People like me are dangerous. You know that if you talk to me, bad things could happen. Maybe she's been bullied. She thinks she's some sort of pariah. It's a risk I'm willing to take. I'm hoping my smile doesn't look fake. It's true, I don't care much about what people think. I never have. The look on Layla's face is cautiously happy for the first time. I don't know what to say to that. Her simple honesty after the whole ordeal makes me laugh. She looks hurt at first, but she realizes after a moment that I'm not mocking her. I'm no expert at this either. I think this is the part where you give me your quibbler? To my surprise, she lets out a tiny giggle. It's barely a whisper, but it's definitely a laugh all the same. You didn't already steal all my info? You're a lame hacker. I'm not actually a hacker at all. She must be able to understand how sheepish I look and feel right now. No. Okay. Don't expect much, alright? I'm no good at this. We exchange Quibbler IDs. Normally I just type mine into her phone, but I opt to just spell it out for her instead. She seems appreciative. and my heart glows knowing I did the right thing. It feels as though things have worked out, somehow. I was sure it was going to crash and burn for a while there. I should probably go to class. Layla's eyes drift in the direction of the classroom, and she looks like she's said all she wants to say. I don't want to make her feel more awkward than I already have, so I nod my head and give her a little wave. You didn't put some kind of high-tech spyware that's going to track me or some creepy thing like that, did you? She jokes with me, and I take it as a sign of good things to come. I joke back. Of course I did. It also tells your horoscope. Stupid pseudoscience. Layla grumbles unexpectedly, her words almost inaudible. I guess she doesn't like astrology. Interesting. Kidding. Her gaze lingers on me for a moment before she starts to walk away. Right as I'm about to leave as well, she turns on her heel and calls out to me. Nice to meet you. I feel a stupid grin spread across my face. Nice to meet you too. She flushes red again and dashes into the classroom. My heartbeat flutters just the teeniest bit. She's kind of cute. This ends the beta demo for Square One. Thanks for playing. The game is still in the works and things might change. But don't worry, the full version of Square One will be free for anyone to download. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to presenting you the full game to enjoy. Sincerely, Azura, founder of Patchwork Princess. So Patchwork Princess is the people working on it. Good job, guys. I like that. Filler tracks by Bensound. All of the sounds were good. The sound effects, everything was good. The artwork was great. Valiatori was great. That was awesome. No, I liked that a lot. I feel like it's an interesting story. The characters seem pretty interesting for the most part. I really like the artwork. I like the crafting of this story so far. So thanks again for tuning in. If you have, go check them out. patchworkprincess.itch.io/square-1-demo. There's a link below in the description if you want to check it out yourself. Hope everybody enjoyed that. I had a good time reading that. It was a good story. I apologize for the bad girly voices, but you know, that's what you get here. Either way, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this sort of thing. I plan on doing a lot more It Came From Itch.io videos. And they won't all be visual novels, I promise. Anyway, my name's Mike, and till the next time, stay nerdy, friends.